Okay, so when you have a meeting, it's important that you keep a record of what was discussed, because time will pass between meetings and people forget, and so having a written record of exactly what was agreed and discussed is really important. Now, one thing to bear in mind, that you don't write down everything that was said in a meeting. That would be far too difficult. So it's not like a dialogue where you've actually got a script of what was actually said there. What you do have is the main points, and certainly any items where action needs to be taken by people. And generally, you would add in there perhaps the time it would actually need to be done by, and who's actually going to take that action. So let's just go through and have a look. Again, you've got the standard settings at the moment where you've actually got the details, the title of the meeting, where it took place, and when. And then, as you can see, got all the items that have come from an agenda. Now, this is a slightly different meeting that took place compared to the agenda we looked at, but we've got the apologies for absence there, and we see that David was absent on that day, and that the minutes of the last meeting were actually agreed, so there was no changes that need to be made to those. If anything needed to be said, then you'd add that in there. We've got matters arising, and we picked up some points from the previous meeting we had. Well, in this case, it was a previous lesson. And then going down, we've got the different points that are actually discussed, okay, in items 4 and 5, finishing with item 6. Now, just looking at the things in there, you'll notice that it wasn't a complete dialogue, a complete record of what was actually said. What it just says is the main points, the main issues there. And here we've got an action item. And here we've got an action item. So basically we've got here action to be complete both business letter tasks by all present during this lesson. Okay, so that could have been for any time or for any place, okay, or by anybody. And again, you've got the same down here as well. Okay, so there was no specific actions for individuals, but actions there. But in a meeting, you'd record who actually said that. And then, as I said there, finally you've got AOB, any other business, okay, where you can discuss items, and that essentially is a set of meeting minutes which will then be printed up and published to those people that are actually at the meeting ready for agreement next time.